The reason why I moved this lady here, she is our own specialist in Urdu language. Our professor.
Вот. Құрметті әріптестер, құрметті студенттер, мына біздің бүгін университетте сондай бір еске қалатын күн болып отыр. Өйткені біздің университетте арнайы осы ақпарат құралдар өкілдері келіп отыр Пакистан Ислам Республикасынан. Негізгі мақсаты енді бұлар әрине Қазақстанды зерттеп жатыр бәр жағынан да, әсіресе білім саласы бойынша. Өйткені қазір енді сіздер түсінетін шығарсыздар, қазіргі әлемде білімге, ғылымға үлкен назар аударылады. Және осы университетке келіп, бұл кісілер жаңа біздің қандай жетістіктеріміз бар, университет қандай деңгейде. Мысалы, сіздер білесіздер ме, білмейсіздер ме, енді біздің университет қазір әлемдік рейтинг бойынша 336 орында тұрған, білесіздер ғой бәріңіздер, солай емес пе, студенттер? 336 орны, ұмытпаңыздар. 1000 университеттер рейтингке кірген. Соның арасында 336 орын, жалпы әлемде 30 мыңнан астам жоғарғы оқу орын бар. Сондықтан бұл орын, позиция өте жоғары болып саналады. Бұл біріншіден. Екіншіден, мына бүгін ғана мемлекеттердің білім саласындағы рейтингі шықты. Мемлекеттердің 50 мемлекетті белгіленген. Соның арасында біздің мемлекет, Қазақстан Республикасы 37-ші орынды алып отыр. 50 мемлекеттің арасында. Үлкен көрсеткіш деп ойлаймыз. Өйткені алдымызда ТМД-ны алатын болсақ, Ресей ғана. Және бұл 50-лікке Қазақстаннан кейін Украина және Беларусь мемлекеттері кіріп отыр. Қалғандары әлі жоқ. Бұл деген біздің жаңағы қандай зор көрсеткішіміз бар деген сияқты соны белгісі. Once again, welcome our guests. We're very glad. Nice to meet you. And our round table conference with Pakistan Media Delegation at our university. The purpose of meeting is to increase people-to-people contacts through interaction of Pakistan media and Kazakhstan Academy and the journalists. Мен сіздерге мына қонақтарды таныстырып кетсем қазір. Біріншіден, осы шараға Саид Ариф Эхсан Казми мырза келіп отыр. Бұл негізгі осы делегацияның басшысы болып саналады. Және үкіметтің мүшесі болып саналады. Өткені үкіметтің несінде жаңа қарамағында арнайы бөлім бар. Жаңа сыртқы байланыспен айналысатын сол бөлімнің басшысы. Қол шапалақтап қойып отыр енді делегациясының басшысына. Және Пакистан елшілігінің біздің досымыз әскери аташы Шакил Фариди келіп отыр. Абдул Рахип, Рафи Уллах хан. Бұлар бәрі жаңа ақпарат министрлігінің өкілдері болып саналады. Және ақпарат құралдардың уже өкілдері келіп отыр. Неше түрлі жаңа телевидениесі бар, жаңа белгілі журнал, газеттер болсын деген сияқты. Таймур Шамил, PTV World деген Mohammed Umar Khan, News TV Network, Aga Igra Harun, Салман Масуд, Нью-Йорк Таймстың өкілі, Исламабадтағы. Нью-Йорк Таймсты бәрі біледі енді. Мариам Зия, тоже PTV, Пакистан телевидениесі ғой енді. Аника Нисар Охан, бұл астаналық телевидениенің өкілі, сол Исламабадтағы. Және, жалпы бәрін айтып кеттім ғой. Енді келесі сөзді біз негізгі қонағымызға берейік, Сейд Ариф Ихсан мырзаға. Please, you have the floor, Mr. Сейд.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Worthy hosts, ladies and gentlemen, students, if I look nervous, please forgive me, because I never expected so many people to be listening to me. But we met a Kazakh delegation sometime back in Pakistan that we hosted. And during that interaction, we found out that it has progressed like anything. And we thought that seeing is believing. And we came here and we are awestruck. We are impressed the way Kazakhstan has come up. And to be honest, we look up to you in so many ways. And that's where we thought that we should interact so that on the regionalism approach, which is the key to success these days, as you've seen the EU and the ASEAN and so many other regional organizations that have cooperated, they have done conflict resolution, all their problems have been solved, and they're all having a shared progress, shared destiny, shared future. I think that's the only thing that we are lacking in this region. And it's very, very important for us to join hands, because this region is blessed, in my view. It's blessed with so many things that I can't even bring into account. But on the major scale, if I say that probably 80% of the world mineral wealth exists here, starting from oil and gas, gold, coal, any important mineral that one can think of. This region is blessed with it in such large quantities that we can all benefit from it, and we can become one block. And I assure you, this is what I feel, and I have a faith that if we do that, probably this region will be the superpower of the world. And that's exactly what the others are seeing. And they see that if that happens, so the road to this level of development is difficult. We have heavy odds, but yet our resolve to unite and become one is the key to success. And you see that this region is also full of poverty, especially in our side of the area, in South Asia. It's conflict-stricken, and there are so many problems. But seeing the way your great president has been a champion of conflict resolution, and the way you have resolved all your problems, and you've gotten together the Central Asian states, and you are making a headway that everyone is watching with awe and They're deeply impressed. I think it's a great opportunity for us to benefit from his vision and his tactfulness in resolving all the conflicts. Nobody likes to keep fighting. We all want to live in peace. Humans by nature are peace-loving species. So that's what I believe, that we need to forget about the problems. We need to resolve them. We need to respect each other, and we need to benefit from each other's experiences, and the sky is the limit. So I would stop here, and I never thought I'll be able to speak this much to start with. So thank you very much for your patient hearing. I would leave the floor for an interactive session. The main purpose of this delegation, apart from what I've said before, is to create direct linkages for the media, because media is a power, it's a force to reckon with. And without media, you will be at the mercy of any person or entity or power to keep us separate. So we need to master this very field, and rather than taking news about each other from the Western sources, let's connect directly through this bridge and listen from each other, because of this media, which is a power, the realities have stopped mattering. The realities don't matter, but the perceptions do. And that's how it's being used as a weapon, so that bad perceptions are developed, which are contrary or against the realities. The realities are different, but those perceptions are developed, because of which the national interests of the states get undermined. And I would give you a very simple example, that if anybody speaks to you and asks you to go to Pakistan, so probably on the very first occasion, you will feel scared, because through the perceptions that has been built about Pakistan is that it's a conflict-stricken country, and people are very poor, and the country is in shambles. But we have Dr. Samal here, who has been there personally, and Dr. Botha. So I welcome you all to come over and understand that seeing is believing. So I can't say probably you would be as impressed as we are seeing Kazakhstan, but we won't do that bad. You would like us. We are good people. We are peace-loving people. And but it's just that one can choose one's friends, but not the neighbors. So we have to live with it, and we have to move ahead. So with this, I will end this very short speech that I never thought I'll have to deliver. But Alhamdulillah, I was able to do something. Thank you very much.
Our Vice Rector is giving floor to me just to give a very brief introduction to people who are here. And we have to name Agha Harur Ikram, who is a Pakistani scholar and who is a Pakistani journalist who devoted his life studying Central Asia. And he, as well, got a special reward from the government of the Republic of Kazakhstan as the best Asian journalist who is writing on Kazakhstan. So I guess it is important for our students to note. All the people who are written here as the representative of media are very prominent Pakistani journalists. I would like our students to know that they are not just like very handsome young men and very beautiful young women, but all of them, they have their TV shows, and those TV shows are not those who are talking about nothing. Those are very interesting and very serious ones, which describe internal and external politics, which study the world. And I guess for the specialists in international relations, regional studies, journalism, political studies, Eastern studies, students who are presented here, this is what they have to move for. My personal devotion, my personal love with Pakistan started 8 years back. I just recently visited India, and a person from the Ministry of Defense called me and said, "Would you like to go to Pakistan?" And actually, my first visit to India was a pleasurable from the point of view of a researcher and a scholar. But from the point of view for the girl who used to live in a very comfortable environment, it was not at all. Because it's a very interesting story. A salamander jumped on my suit. I was just going out from my room for breakfast. It was just a simple guest house for the students. So it's understandable. And I came to the rush to the dining hall saying, you know what, a salamander. And one of the very important Indian scholars said, on which shoulder, this or that? I said, this shoulder. Well, let me think. This shoulder, it says that you will have a new dress. Then I had my first lesson that I have to be ready for everything. So when a call came and they said, are you going to go and present your speech in Pakistan? I said, yes, I will. I didn't know where I'm going, but it was Institute of Policy Studies. It was a conference dedicated particularly to Kazakhstan. It was called PAC Central Asian Relationship with focus on Kazakhstan. It was held in Institute of Policy Studies in Islamabad, and it was chaired by His Excellency Akram Zaki, who was the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Pakistan. It was also Sardar Alam Khan, who was once president of Azad Kashmir, was there. And we had a very vivid interaction with him when he said, girl, and it was my second international conference, girl, you have to dedicate your life for making bridges between our cultures and between our countries. And I took it as a good advice for my life, actually. And then I understood that there is no difference, like basically cultural, coming from India. I'm not talking about Dravidian lands because I don't understand them as I understand, say, this northern part of India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, all the Turkic lands, where we are basically the same, and we were divided by borders. But the borders is nothing when the culture, when the good mind is there. And I would like to summarize, because no one can summarize better than the great Iqbal, when in his poem, Tulu Islam, he said, Atta momin ko pir dargahe ha se hone wala hai, shikoi Turkmani, zehne Hindi, nutre Arabi. So we're all one. We take Arabs are a little bit far from us, but it is not true. I just returned from Jordan, where I saw that I was completely mistaken. We sometimes think that Persians are those who were like Iran Zamin and Turan Zamin, who were fighting each other. We did as brothers, but we are the same. And of course, the land of Hindustan is the land of our brothers. And now we would like to give the floor for our colleagues from Pakistan.
Who wants to speak out now? From our embassy.
Thank you very much, Dr. Agbota and Mr. Vice Rector. It's always a pleasure to be here. Let me introduce for the guests who don't know me. I'm Brigadier General Shakil Faridi. I'm Defense Attaché at the Embassy of Islamic Republic of Pakistan, based in Astana. Very kind for the Vice Rector and Dr. Agbota for the kind words. And I have a special association with ENU. Since last 1.5 years, I first time visited this university. And I don't want to say that I feel at home to be in ENU, because I am at home. So taking this opportunity, because we have the Faculty of International Relations, we have the Faculty of Journalism, and some of the students who may be interested in the situation in our region, my country, I would present you a very short brief on Pakistan's role in global peace and prosperity, which would give you an overview of the region, which may be of interest to the students of international relations and the regional studies especially, that what is going on in that part of world which Dr. Agbota just alluded a couple of minutes earlier. And my other friends from Pakistan, they would try to give you a glimpse of Pakistan through some of the small video clips, so that you can have a first-hand visual understanding of Pakistan before some of you can plan a visit, really, which would perhaps make you understand our country and the region maybe even better. So coming over to my part of this presentation, this is Pakistan's role in global peace and prosperity. Ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan is a land enriched with fertile plains, towering mountains, gushing rivers, and sprawling deserts. A country blessed with unsurpassed natural beauty and cultural diversity, which is coupled with faith and hope for the future. Pakistan joined the Committee of Nations on 14th of August 1947 as a democratic, tolerant, and peace-loving nation. The history of its creation is carved in blood and sacrifice, yet the freedom realized was unquestionably priceless. Pakistan's foundation was laid on the maxims as alluded by our founding father, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, who, in a broadcast talk addressed to the people of United States of America in February 1948, said, "We believe in the principle of honesty and fair play in the national and international dealings and are prepared to make our utmost contribution to the promotion of peace and prosperity among the nations of the world." Pakistan is a junction of South, West, and Central Asia, a pathway from resource-rich to resource-deficient countries. It is uniquely poised to bridge together Asia with Europe, a zipper of a pan-Eurasian integration. These dividends afford Pakistan the capacity to be a leading contributor to the world peace and prosperity. Today, first, I shall start with Pakistan's existing environment and later dilate on Pakistan's role in global peace and prosperity. First, a few words about Pakistan's security perspective. The Charter of United Nations in preamble states, "We, the people of the United Nations, determined to save succeeding generations from the scourge of war, which twice in our lifetime has brought untold sorrow to the mankind." The preamble of United Nations has been manifested in Article 40 of Pakistan's Constitution, which states, "The state shall endeavor to promote international peace and security, foster goodwill and friendly relations amongst all nations, and encourage the settlement of international disputes by peaceful means." Before highlighting our exertions towards a promising environment of peace and stability in the region and beyond, let me highlight that the threat of terrorism and outstanding issues directly impact existing environment of Pakistan. Our external challenges predominantly reside in our neighborhood in shape of two hot spots, which are unresolved issue of Kashmir and an unstable Afghanistan. First, the Kashmir issue. Pakistan carries a great burden from the history in shape of unfinished agenda of partition in shape of Kashmir, which is a humanitarian and an ideological issue. Kashmir issue continues to persistently knock on the conscience of United Nations and international community as one of the principal cases of self-determination. Pakistan supports and expects the resolution of Kashmir issue in the light of United Nations Security Council resolutions, which guarantee a free and fair plebiscite under the supervision of United Nations to allow people of Kashmir to exercise their right of self-determination to decide about their future. Afghanistan. The other continuum of concern for Pakistan is Afghanistan, which was the last front of Cold War, where Pakistan was a frontline state and paid a heavy price for it. Extremism and terrorism are a blowback from the unfortunate turmoil in Afghanistan, directly impacting Pakistan as well as regional and global security landscape. As a consequence, for over 4 decades, Pakistan hosted over 3.5 million Afghan refugees from its own resources. Pakistan has been seeking honorable repatriation of Afghan refugees and continues to work with international community for the same. We desire to see peace and stability in Afghanistan, as many of our aspirations for the security and prosperity depend on the same. Afghan imbroglio is still continuing, and we strongly believe that the peace and stability in Afghanistan can be achieved through reconciliation and inclusiveness, which must be Afghan-led and Afghan-owned, while proportionately representing all communities. Now, a few words about morphing threat of terrorism. In addition to already existing instability in Afghanistan, emergence of IS or Daesh in Afghanistan, close to Pakistan's border, has added more volatility in the region. Rise of ISIS or Daesh and regrouping of various factions of Taliban in ungoverned spaces of Afghanistan raises some serious questions with respect to source of intellectual, material, and financial support. It is a cause of serious concern for Pakistan as well as region and the world. For the record, out of 131 terrorist attacks in Pakistan during last year, that is 2017, 123 emanated from Afghanistan. Such morphing threat and illegal border crossing accentuate Pakistan's security canvas. In order to address these issues, we have initiated fencing of over 2,611 kilometers border with Afghanistan, besides establishing about 975 border posts, which include 750 border forts, which are newly constructed. Now, coming over to Pakistan's role in global peace. In temporal dimension, the genesis of instabilities is covered in the timeline as shown on the slide, wherein after USSR-Afghan War from 1979 to 1989, the US and the rest of the world left this region in haste, creating a power vacuum and direct security implications for Pakistan. Post-Afghan War, Taliban gained control of Afghanistan. Post 9/11 incident in United States of America, America declared very same Afghan freedom fighters as terrorists and launched global war on terrorism, with Pakistan again at the forefront of this war. Since then, Pakistan has been in the forefront to eradicate terrorism in line with the aspirations of the people of Pakistan and the international community. Post 9/11 scenario. 9/11 event significantly altered the global security landscape. In the aftermath of this incident, Pakistan offered its ground, air, and sea lines of communications for the sustenance of operations in Afghanistan to eradicate the menace of terrorism, a threat to global peace. Apart from intelligence sharing, Pakistan also launched operations in contiguous federally administered tribal areas of Pakistan to minimize terrorist elements crossing from Afghanistan into Pakistan. From 2002 to 2014, Pakistan's security forces launched operation named as Al-Mizan to support Operation Enduring Freedom, launched by America and its allies to dismantle terrorist networks of Al-Qaeda in tribal region. In 2014, operation named as Zarb-e-Azb was launched to eradicate the residual threat in North Waziristan and Khyber agencies of our tribal areas, which successfully dismantled the terrorist network. As a blowback, the terrorists attacked an army public school in Peshawar on 16th December 2014. The terrorists mercilessly killed over 130 innocent children aged from 10 to 15 years, including their teachers. This brutal and sad event galvanized the nation against terrorism and provided impetus to ongoing operations. Subsequently, in order to eradicate the menace of extremism and terrorism, including its root causes, a national action plan called as NAP was formulated and implemented. As part of its kinetic prong, operation named as Raddul Fasad was launched on 22nd February 2017. This operation is aimed at flushing out and eradicating remnants of terrorists, sleeper cells, their abettors, and sympathizers. This operation is still in progress. Now, a few words about our sacrifices and successes achieved. For a developing country like ours, price of war on terror has taken a very heavy toll in shape of 74,000 lives lost, 48,000 injured, and economic losses of more than $250 billion. These sacrifices will never be forgotten. We owe our successes to them. With Al-Qaeda decimated and other terrorist outfits flushed out of Pakistan, we stand much safer and secure than ever before. Life is back and thriving in all its colors with smiles and happiness to rejuvenate the prosperous future. Conversely, it must be borne in mind that the war on terror in Afghanistan still continues without any end in sight. However, Pakistan continues to face the spillover. These slides would depict you that how our young generation is contributing in building a peaceful Pakistan and peace in the region. You can read the slide. Please go back to the last slide. You can read the slide. Malala Yousafzai, she on the left top, she is the youngest Nobel laureate in the world at the age of 17 years. Arfa Abdul Karim Randhawa, she was declared the Microsoft's certified professional at the age of 9 years. And Muhammad Hamza Shehzad. He was declared the young Microsoft Office professional at the age of 6 years. So we are a young nation which are thriving and putting our effort for the peace and stability and prosperity of the region and our country. Next slide, please. This is how our Waziristan area in our tribal region looks like after the elimination of terrorism. The UK media cricket team was in Waziristan, and you can see that we have recovered a lot. Next, please. The daughters of Pakistan, they are equally partner in our effort to defeat terrorism and win peace. So you can see the daughters of our tribal areas being trained in cadet schools to become good sisters, good daughters, good wives, and good mothers for the future of Pakistan. Now, a few words about contribution in UN peacekeeping. Despite all the challenges in our region in fight against terrorism, for global peace, we are not oblivious of our global commitments. Pakistan tops the list when it comes to the contribution of soldiers for United Nations peacekeeping mission, duly acknowledged by UNO, as flashed on the slide. Pakistan participated in 43 UN peacekeeping missions in 26 countries, with over 172,000 peacekeepers, including 400 women peacekeepers. A total of 157 Pakistani peacekeepers, including 24 officers, have laid down their lives, and June 5 is commemorated as Pakistani Peacekeepers Day to signify their sacrifice for the global peace. At present, over 7,000 Pakistani peacekeepers, including 6,700 personnel of armed forces, 74 military experts and 66 staff officers, and 280 police officials are deployed on 7 different United Nations peacekeeping missions around the globe. Center for International Peace and Stability. Establishment of Center for International Peace and Stability in March 2013, and its inauguration by then UN Secretary General Mr. Ban Ki-moon in August 2013 is a testimony in itself and recognition of our capacity and contribution towards UN peacekeeping missions. This Center of Excellence focuses on capacity building of personnel from Pakistan and other friendly countries, including Kazakhstan, which are engaged in United Nations peacekeeping missions worldwide. In the end, ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan's contribution to world peace and prosperity are manifested through its policies of friendliness and togetherness. Now we are on a path to a secure and prosperous future, inshallah. So we look forward to you coming over to a country of high mountains, flying eagles, as Dr. Samal says, and 4 seasons. Thank you. Spasiba and Rahmet.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shakil Faradi. Many thanks for organizing this meeting with the Pakistan. Your information is very useful for our students, especially.
My pleasure.
And then our Dean of Faculty of Journalism and Politology, Professor Khairat Saq, speak, please.
Қайырлы күн, қадірлі қонақтар, біздің әріптестеріміз, қош келдіңіздер, қадамдарыңыз құтты болсын. Қазақта елдестірмек елшіден деген сөз бар. Ол тек елшілерге ғана емес, журналистерге де қатысты айтылған деп ойлаймын. Елді достастыратын да, жауластыратын да журналистер. Ал біз сіздердің миссияларыңыз екі елдің арасын достастырайын деп келіп жатқан қадамдарыңызға қуанып отырмыз. Қош келдіңіздер. Ең алдымен сөзімді сіздерге бүкіл қазақ елінің атынан алғыс білдіруден бастағым келеді. Себебі өткен ғасырдың 50-ші жылдарында Қытайдағы қазақтар саяси қуғын сүргін залдарынан Кашмир арқылы Пакистанға барып паналаған, соларды қолдап, олардың жойылып кетпеуіне жағдай жасап, кейін олардың Түркияға қоныс аударуына мүмкіндік туғыздыңыздар. Егер сол кезде қолдамасаңыздар, біз қазір Түркияда тұрып жатқан, бүкіл Батыс Европада тұрып жатқан қазақ диаспорынан айырылып қалар едік. Сондықтан осы үлкен қазақ еліне деген қамқорлықтарыңыз біз ұмытпаймыз, әрқашан айтып жүреміз. Сол үшін сіздерге бүкіл халқымның атынан ризашылығымды білдіремін. Енді біздің еліміз, өздеріңіз білесіздер, тек достыққа жаралған, құшағы кең қазақтың, бәлкім осындай кең көңіліне, ақ пейіліне қарап, осындай дархан даланы сыйлап жатқан шығар. Жаңа Сайт мырза әдемі айтты, 80% минералды құндылықтар біздің елімізде орналасқан. Ол Алла тағаланың бізге берген үлкен сыйы шығар. Біздің адалдық, ақ достық көңілімізге қарап. Қазірде Қазақстан барлық елдермен достық қарым-қатынаста, көп векторлы саясат жүргізіліп жатыр. Қазақстан қазір әлемге сол достығымен, бейбітшілігімен, тұрақтылығымен танылып жатыр деп ойлаймыз. Ал енді тәуелсіздіктің алдында қазақ елі де көп қиыншылықтарды көрді, бірақ міне 91 жылғы тәуелсіздіктен бергі уақытта қазақ елі гүлденіп, аз уақыттың ішінде әлемге осындай бейбіт заманда дамыған ел ретінде танылып жатыр. Оның бәрі біздің елбасымыз Нұрсұлтан Назарбаевтың дана саясатының нәтижесі деп білеміз. Қазақстанда журналистикада даму үстінде. Қазір 2000-нан аса бұқаралық ақпарат құралдары жұмыс істейді. Соның 500-ге тартасы телерадио каналдары, 1,5 мың газет журналдар, одан бөлек мына порталдар, сайттар, әрбір мекеменің жұмыс істеп тұр. Біздің университетімізде де университеттің сайты 5 тілде ақпарат таратуда. NUKZ деген сайтты ашсаңыздар, біздің университет туралы толық мағлұмат бар. Ал енді Қазақстанның бұқаралық ақпарат құралдары шет елдерге өзінің корреспонденттік бюроларын ашуда. Біз өзіміздің университетіміздің түлегімен мақтан аламыз. Журналистика факультетін 2012 жылы бітірген түлегіміз қазір Европада хабар агенттігінің бюросының жетекшісі болып отыр. Европа елдерінің бүкіл ақпаратын Қазақстанға жеткізіп, Қазақстанды Европаға танытып жатқан біздің шәкіртіміз, түлегіміз, ол біздің жұмысымыздың нақты нәтижесі. Ал енді қазір бүкіл жетекші бұқаралық ақпарат құралдары Астанаға шоғырланған. Астанада 20 қабаттық медиа орталық, қазмедиа орталығы бар. Барлық телеканалдар, радиоканалдар сонда шоғырланған. Бұл бізге Қазақстанда бәсекеге қабілетті маман дайындауға мүмкіндік туғызуда. Қазір журналистикаға деген сұраныс өте жоғары. 30-ға жақын жоғарғы оқу орындары журналист мамандарын дайындайды. Солардың ең жетекшісі, лидері болып отырмыз. Біздің университетіміздің журналистика және саясаттану факультеті. Барлық рейтингтер бойынша, студенттердің олимпиадалық жарыстар бойынша жүлделі орындарды еніп жатырмыз. Оған себеп бізде қазір жетекші профессор оқытушылар құрамы шоғырланған, және ең үздік еліміздің талантты жастары университетімізге келуде. Соның барлығы бәсекеге қабілетті маман дайындау мүмкіндігін туғызуда. Оның үстіне бұқаралық ақпарат құралдарының осындағы ең жетекші журналистері бізде студенттерге дәріс оқып, кадр даярлау ісіне тартылуда. Факультетімізде мына Хабар деген агенттік бар, 4 телеканалды, 4 радиоканалды біріктіріп отырған ең үлкен агенттік. Соның лабораториясы, өзінің аудиториясы ашылған. Сонымен бірге Қазақстан телерадио корпорациясы бар. Онда да бірнеше телеканал, радиоканал шоғырланған. Оның да біздің факультетімізде өзінің аудиториясы бар. Бұл сол бұқаралық ақпарат құралдарымен байланысымыздың жоғарылығын көрсетеді. Біздің студенттеріміз оларда тәжірибе жинақтайды, теорияны тәжірибемен шұтастырып даярлауға мүмкіндік бар. Жыл сайын тәжірибеден өтеді, содан кейін бітірген екен сол бұқаралық ақпарат құралдарында жұмыс істеу мүмкіндігі жоғары. Тіпті жоғары курстарда сабақтан тыс уақытта өте жоғары дәрежелі жұмыс істеп отырған шәкірттеріміз бар, олармен біз мақтанамыз. Ал енді сіздер журналистер болғандықтарыңызды қуанып қабылдап отырмыз. Біздің арамызда байланыс болу керек. Дініміз бір, тарихымыз тамырлас, көп тарихта бірігетін тұстарымыз көп. Сондықтан біздің есігіміз айқара ашық. Біз қазір шетелдік жоғарғы оқу орындарымен байланысымызды күшейтіп жатырмыз. Университетіміздің студенттері шетелде ұтқырлық бағдарламасымен тағылымдамадан өтіп жатыр. Шетелден келіп бізде оқып жатқан студенттер де жеткілікті. Енді ойлаймыз, сіздердің келулеріңізбен Пакистан елімен де осы байланысымыз жанданады. Сіздердің студенттеріңізді біз шақырамыз. Бізде ағылшын тілді оқу бағдарламасы жүзеге асырылуда келіп, бір жағынан Қазақстанды танып, екінші жағынан білімдерін жетілдіріп, екі елдің байланысын күшейтетін маман болып шығуына толық мүмкіндік бар. Оған мінекей біздің мына ашылып жатқан орталығымыз, Пакистан елімен орталығымыз соған дәнекер болады деп ойлаймыз. Сондықтан да бұл біздің бас қосып отыруымыздың бастауы, ары қарап жалғасын таба береді деп ойлаймын. Егер Қазақстан журналистика және саясаттану факультетіне қатысты сұрақтарыңыз болса, жауап беруге біз дайынбыз. Мархабат.
Who wants to speak out, please?
Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. I am Abdul Rakib. I am from the Ministry of Information from Pakistan, coming with this media delegation. I am very glad to be here and to see this vibrant culture and to be in this university to interact with the young students, to learn about their views about Pakistan and to educate or to inform them about the Pakistan. So it's a good mutual interaction session, I hope, and I am sure it would be. So we are here to answer your queries and to learn from you. Thank you for your hospitality. Okay.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Agha Ikrar Haroon. This is my 4th visit to your country. I entered your country in 1993 first time. It was a total different Kazakhstan. I think you people even never thought about that. This age group could imagine. Then when I came in 97, things were different. Then I came in 99, different things were much better. And today is a total new country. It's a country of future, it's a country of dreams. And I cannot express my feeling with you what I think about Kazakhstan today, because for me, it's a total change, it's an unimaginable change. And as basically, I am also I teach in university, and my core area of work is development observer, you can say, or what is development within Central Asia. So I can imagine what your nation could be in future. An area of work of me, in particular in Kazakhstan, is interfaith and interfaith harmony, the design and the model of interfaith harmony given by your father of nation, and inter-ethnic harmony. Because for me, Kazakhstan is the best possible model of interfaith and inter-ethnic harmony all over the world. So these are my, and I'm also a journalist, adding news agency, providing the only news agency providing news in Russian language to and from Pakistan. Thank you so much.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. I'm Rafiullah Khan. I am media coordinator with these delegations. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Taimur Shamil, and I'm hosting a TV talk show on PTV World. This is Pakistan's only English language TV channel. And on my show, I focus on Pakistan's foreign policy and its relations with the neighboring countries. On my show, we also discuss the regional politics as well as the domestic politics. And since I've been doing this show for quite a while now, I think that the key to the regional prosperity lies with Central Asia, and Kazakhstan certainly is playing a major role and a very positive role. The way the initiative for SCO was taken is very impressive, and I hope that the relations between both countries would improve. And because we have a lot of things in common, we have, I think, there are a lot of words that are common between, you know, our language and your language. Turkish words, Persian words, and I don't know, maybe Kazakh words as well. I can see the names as well are very familiar. The culture is very familiar. So it's a wonderful trip that I think is going on right now. And it's wonderful interacting with all of you. Thank you. We do, right. So since we are talking about Pakistan and we are talking about Pakistan and Kazakhstan relations, when we landed at Almaty airport, I saw the mountains, the snow-capped mountains, and they were beautiful. We took a lot of pictures of that, and that reminded me also of the beautiful places back in Pakistan. And I would like to show you a documentary that is made on the northern areas of Pakistan. Pakistan has one of the most beautiful places. Northern areas has, I think, the highest mountains in the world. K2 is one of them. And this area, I have been living in this area, and this area is a major tourist attraction. And people from Germany, you know, Italy, they're a big fan of mountains, and mountaineers come very often to this place. So here's the documentary. Right.
Vistana first
I think
documentary.
we'll show you that.
It's the world's...
Show the video.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the world's highest mountain range, but that hasn't stopped a team of extreme freeride heli skiers from taking it on. Brice Lacatier is leading the team. In 2003, he climbed Everest, then skied back down. Now he's set for his biggest challenge yet.
Well, the Himalaya is the biggest, highest mountain range in the world. You have a unique terrain. It's so big, so high, and so wild, completely undiscovered. The place we flew today to, nobody's ever been there. Nobody ever stepped a foot there. So it's exciting. It's just an adventure to start.
Some of the world's best skiers and snowboarders have flown in from Russia, Canada, France, Serbia, and Switzerland for the pioneering project. There are no resorts or commercial heli teams here, so the team is working with the Pakistan military to get them to the top of the mountains.
We're just trying to scout out a location where the helicopter can land, where it's safe to go heli skiing.
And when they found a spot, Samira Rashid is the only woman and Pakistani on the team.
It's absolutely incredible. I can't tell you what a thrill it is to have had the opportunity to come here in this area of outstanding natural beauty, to bring people from abroad all over the world who've skied everywhere, and myself. I mean, we're all blown away. There's been nothing like it ever, anywhere.
Were you nervous?
Extremely nervous, absolutely petrified. Getting up there in the really high regions was terrifying, but incredible.
The Karakoram mountain range in northern Pakistan is home to the highest concentration of peaks, over 8,000 meters to be found anywhere in the world. The team that's come here has 500 kilometers of mountain peaks to discover.
Returning here would be a dream, because what we discovered here, flying around the last 2 days, is basically that you could spend a full life or even 10 lives discovering terrain here.
With untouched slopes where nobody has ever skied before, this international team has plenty of adventures ahead. While locals are hoping this will be the kickstart they need to boost Pakistan's winter sports and tourism industry. Saima Mawson, CNN, in the Karakoram mountain range, Pakistan.
Right, so this was, we just saw the video of the beautiful places in Pakistan, and since yesterday I went to the marketplaces and we had meetings. I could see that people really like the football in Kazakhstan. They are a big fan of this game, the sport. I just want to tell you that Pakistan is also the one of the largest exporters of football. We make footballs. And this time, the Russia FIFA World Cup, in that Pakistan footballs would be used. Though we won't be playing the FIFA World Cup, but our football would be playing every match that you would see in the Russia FIFA World Cup. So those footballs that you would see in the World Cup are made in Pakistan. So this is a big industry in Pakistan, and the Sialkot, I assume, is the place where these footballs are made. So I think there is the documentary on football, Pakistani footballs.
Sialkot Saga is one of humble beginnings, translating into phenomenal growth. Initially conceived as an abode for cottage industries, the city now boasts a well-developed clusters of production, including small, medium, and large-scale enterprises reckoned amongst the world's most industrialized areas, with approximately 126 industries per square kilometers. The enterprises within the city earn around $2 billion per year, which makes for a tenth of Pakistan's total export revenue. But one product gathered international acclaim for Pakistan: the superior quality football. It is preferred at every major tournament around the world. Pakistan's football is hand-sewn and made waves across the globe when it was chosen as the official ball for the World Cup in 1982. Since then, there has been no looking back. Today, the Sialkot factories provide 70% of the global demand for footballs, exporting 40 million footballs per year. Some of these manufacturing units can even produce up to 18,000 footballs a day. They are used in major international football leagues and competitions. After 1982, Sialkot again had the honor of providing the official football for FIFA World Cup, Brazuca. In 2014, the 12th official World Cup ball was the most high-tech football ever designed. Previously, 80% of all footballs produced were hand-stitched. However, in 2013, manufacturers started producing thermos bonded balls. Their panels are joined together through heat rather than stitches. Over 42 million footballs were exported from Sialkot ahead of the FIFA Football World Cup 2014. And now, Sialkot has once again been trusted to manufacture the official match ball for the FIFA World Cup 2018. The balls to be used at this summer's spectacle, called Telstar 18, is innovation at its best. Featuring a brand new panel design, bonded together using heat, lends the ball much-needed flight stability. A slight texture on the outer surface of the ball is engineered to provide performance and durability, both in the stadium and on the streets. Sustainability has been a key focus of the Telstar 18. But things don't stop there. Welcome to the 21st century. The Telstar 18 features an embedded NFC chip, the first time it's ever been used in an official match ball, making it the most technologically advanced World Cup ball to date. With these superbly crafted footballs, Pakistani companies are consistently prizing away business from their international competitors. Sialkot's industry isn't just limited to footballs. Rather, it provides equipment for every major sport, including cricket, hockey, and tennis. It is also home to excellent quality leather jackets and handbags, and the world's second best surgical instrument industry. The industry provides employment to thousands of skilled and non-skilled professionals, employing roughly 400,000 people in its export-oriented units, and supporting around 100,000 vendor jobs elsewhere in the country. Pakistan is home to a people imbued with dedication, commitment, and ingenuity. The global acclaim its industries have received is a testament to the fact that every new venture of this emerging Pakistan is crafted with passion and made only to excel.
Thank you. I'm here about it for the first time, and world football depends on Pakistan, because football without ball is not football. Thank you.
As they say in the advertisement for Emirates Airlines, keep discovering.
And maybe next time when we'll come, we'll bring few, since all of you like football, we can bring some football or two, for you, some football for you.
Who wants to speak out?
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Salman Masood. I'm the editor for an English daily, The Nation. It belongs to one of the oldest and biggest media houses of the country. For the past 15 years, I've also covered Pakistan for American newspaper, The New York Times, where I basically focus on terrorism and politics. In 2009, I contributed reporting to the reporting team that won the prestigious Pulitzer Prize. I've also done a lot of freelance work. I've written for Abu Dhabi-based newspaper, The National, for many years. I've also worked for International Herald Tribune. I've also worked for The Guardian. I've also worked for The Economist. And this is my first visit to your country. I mean, I've traveled to Northern America and Europe. First time to Kazakhstan. I'm really impressed by your the scenic beauty of your country and the fast-paced development. And I feel 2 days that we have spent here are not really enough. I can't wait to be back. And thank you again for your hospitality and graciousness. Thank you.
My name is Mohammad Umar Khan. I am news anchor, news presenter and anchor person TV host at News One TV, the private television of Pakistan. Today I am watching the faces of future leadership, and I'm watching the shining in the eyes of the Kazakh students, especially the students of ENU University. And the shining indicates the development and prosperity of this region. I believe the students of ENU will contribute for the development of this region. The students are most lucky here because they have a devoted faculty members, dean, vice rector, and the most precious personality, Dr. Akbuda. Our founding leader, Dr. Allama Muhammad Iqbal, indicated and motivated the youth and students and gave the title as Falcon, Shaheen, Oqab. And he said, औक़ाब रूह जब बेदार होती है जवानों में तो नजर आती है उनको अपनी मंजिल आसमानों में. So because he believed the falcon is only an indication for youth motivation who can never stop and until he achieves his destination, and he never gives up. So youth, especially the youth of Kazakhstan, is also the youth of prosperity. I wish a youth exchange program with Pakistan, a student exchange program, and whatever we can do as media person, we are ready for it. And I also wish to organize some joint venture like a model United Nation and some sort of debate competition or strategic issues and foreign diplomacy. And Pakistani government, Pakistani media and private sector is ready to support and organize it. I'm really thank you for management, vice rector and all deans. And it's my great pleasure to visit here. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Anika Nassar. I'm an anchor person at a private TV channel. Private TV channels usually have a monopoly in Pakistan, and they're considered to be the voice and watchdogs of the country. I belong to one of them. I've worked with one of the top channels of Pakistan. Currently, I'm doing a primetime show at 8 p.m. from Friday to Sunday, and the name is Capital Live with Anika. The interesting part that I noticed when I came to your country was the similarities. We usually talk about the differences, how we're different, how the other person is, entirely unique. But the similarities are exactly what bring us closer. And that is exactly what I noticed, including the language, the way the food, including the food. Your food is pretty similar to one of our provinces, that is Balochistan. Delicious, beautiful people. We are here with love in our hearts. We bring a message of peace, message of prosperity, message of cooperation towards you. And we look forward to cooperating. I heard the national anthem, the tune of the national anthem at the observatory that was designed by your president on a piece of tissue paper. I read about the history of it. And with that, I would like to present you the tune of our national anthem. It's been ranked as one of the top tunes of this world, and it is. I would love you to see the video. It shows a bit of scenery of Pakistan. It'll give you a preview of Pakistan along with the tune of the national anthem. And before I hand over to my colleague, I'd love you to see the video, please.
interestingly, I'll just add one thing. Our national anthem is in Persian language, which shows the diversity of our country.
This, ladies and gentlemen, was Pakistan, the land of beauty, the land of love, the land of pure. Pakistan in itself means the land of pure. So anything and everything that we hear on the Western media or the media that is not exactly ours is not exactly true. And to have the true picture, we need to have more cooperation amongst ourselves. And that is exactly what we're here for. That is exactly what we're looking for. Yes, it is. Kazakhstan is Zindabad as well.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mariam Zia. I'm a broadcast journalist. I'm working with Pakistan Television News as an anchor person. And I'm very pleased to be here at Eurasian National University today because in my opinion, universities are the think tanks of any country. And the young faces I see here, I am very hopeful that they would be working for the peace of the world. And for this purpose, I would like to show you a small video depicting the beauty and the development going on in my country, Pakistan. And I hope after seeing this video, the young people over here, which are mostly the students of international relations, they would work for increasing the cooperation and the friendship between the both countries when you go into the decision-making and policy-making stages. So please see the video.
I can't tell you your fortune, but I can tell you where fortunes can be made. I have $1 trillion worth of minerals buried right under my soil, and coal reserves that can keep burning for 500 years. Even my salt mines are worth gold because they are second largest in the world. I have all the right connections with the world's deepest seaport, connecting to one of the world's highest roads and leading to one of the world's oldest trading routes. You can always bank on me because my banking industry turned over 36% in profit, and my stock market was #3 in the world. I am also the world's breadbasket, the 4th largest producer of rice, mangoes, and cotton, and the 5th largest producer of milk, sugarcane, and dates. From precision instruments that read your heart, to fabric that adorns the sleekest fashion shops. From a tiny matchstick to a roaring jet fighter. And maybe even the t-shirt you're wearing. I am everywhere. People think I'm getting old. But the truth is, I've never felt younger. My arteries are spreading and pumping with fresh blood. I'm flying higher and farther than I ever have. I'm running faster than ever. I'm filled with new energy. The passion to learn, the desire to discover, and to remain as young as ever. I am not history. I am the future. I am the home of great people who changed the course of history, and also those who define the future. Be it theoretical physics, the Higgs, or neurosurgery, the Academy Award, or the Nobel Prize, this is the home of winners. Airwomen, sportsmen, and the statesmen, all walking out of the doors of over 160,000 schools. Schools that are teeming with dreamers, thinkers, and doers. You could try guessing who I am, but you'd be wrong. I am Pakistan.
Ladies and gentlemen, you see in the video the development going on in Pakistan. And I would also like to tell you that 64% of population of Pakistan is youth, young people like you. So I hope that in future, youth of Pakistan and youth of Kazakhstan, they have the same dreams, they have the same hope. They would work together for stability and peace of the region as well as for the world. Thank you.
Professor Tulibаева Самалбаевна, please.
Okay, my name is Dr. Samal, and I like to say welcome to our guests and to new guests. My English is not good, but I will start, and after this maybe Dana help me. Best of all, before of all, my specialty is Eastern countries. That's why I like all Eastern countries, but Islamic world is my special interest and is my special love. In the autumn, I visited Pakistan for the first time, and it was very great and very important experience for me because I teach, and after it was very important for me to see by my own eyes what is the situation in Pakistan, because of course, we know a lot about Pakistan because it's a very important country in Islamic world. It's a big country, very rich country from culture, history, and human resources. And now we saw a lot of results of Pakistan in different spheres, IT, technology, medicine, culture, a lot. And you see the beauty of this country, the beauty of women of Pakistan, because Pakistani women are famous. They are very beauty. And it was very important for me to see by my own, because every day in, now, in our century, mass media is very important. And we take a lot of information, not real information, but from mass media, from you. And your professional is very important. And what we see about Pakistan, not all these results, not about footballs, balls. We see every time terroristic action, terroristic operation, and some poor people, but it's not real situations. That's why it was very important for me. And what I saw very high level of culture, very high level of people, very high level of army, because our students, the army of Pakistan takes, I think, 5th or 6th position in the world. It's a very professional army, and you saw a lot of girls in army. That's why, and in this context, we can say, of course, we have common history, common tradition, common word, common language, common religion. But Pakistan also is a very important country in Islamic world and in international relation. Why? Because we can choose our wife and the husbands in this life. We can choose our friends, but we can choose our neighborhood and our motherland. Alhamdulillah, your motherland is very great and beautiful, yes, but your neighborhood is difficult, not by reason of Afghan people, because Afghan people, you have a lot of common things, language, religion, and your wives from this side, yes, but unfortunately, there were very difficult war in this, and Pakistan very close to Afghanistan, and Pakistan is very important actor to do peace in Afghanistan. And Kazakhstan also does a lot of efforts to do peace in Afghanistan. From this side, we also should do cooperation between us. And Also, I want to say some words about our university because we have good cooperation with the Embassy of Pakistan for a long time, and thank you for Embassy for its very good, interesting, big, interesting to our university in all time. And unfortunately, now we don't have Department of Urdu Language and Literature, but it was before. Inshallah, in future we will continue this teaching. But we have our our professor, Dr. Aygul. She taught our students before, and she taught in course of Urdu language. And inshallah, I think we continue this cooperation. And of course, in different specialties of our university, in our faculty and faculty of journalistic and politics science, we teach our students about Pakistan history. And after my travel and after my visit to Pakistan, I told all my students about this country. And of course, they know very well Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Muhammad Iqbal, Benazir Bhutto, because Benazir Bhutto was the first woman in Islamic world who was prime minister. Yes. And after my visiting, I wrote to our newspaper, the university newspaper, the article about Pakistan, and it was named the country of eagles, because in Pakistan, in Kazakhstan, we also have eagles, but it was very attractive in Pakistan. That's why cooperation between our countries is very important in different spheres, in agriculture, in trade, in politics, in culture, and we always prepare to do our cooperation. And it was very important for you to take a good, very good information about Kazakhstan. You know, now, alhamdulillah, we have a good position in Central Asia, and you know your fathers, your grandfathers from this area, great Mughals, Babur, Akbar from this area. And the last year we organized Expo. It's very important to know for you. And now we participate. We have good role in United States, you know, in the Council of
Security Council,
yes,
United
security,
Nations.
thank you. And we have common things also from side of tolerance, because in your country, Pakistan, of country of different, our students and teachers now, you can see different faces, and maybe some of this face from our area, from Bukhara, yes, from Bukhara, and yes, and in Kazakhstan, we also, you know, we have a lot of nations, a lot of religions. That's why we have a lot of common, and we should to know more about each other. Welcome to our country, to our university, and I wish for you good accommodation in our country.
Thank you.
Ауону Чечин Урду Айгуль Мажитовна Хажмуратова, please.
मेरा नाम आइगुल मजिदवना खजमुरातवा है। पहले तो मुआज़्ज़ज़ मेहमान हुसूसी हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी में खुशामदीद है। मैं तो उर्दू ज़बान पढ़ती थी कज़ाक स्टेट यूनिवर्सिटी में, आलमती में, शायद आप जानते हैं, और फिर पाकिस्तान में नीमल में। उस वक्त वो इंस्टीट्यूट था, आप तो मुझे मालूम है वो यूनिवर्सिटी है। जी, मुझे मैं बड़ी खुशी हूँ, मुझे बड़ी खुशी है आपसे मिलकर आज, और उम्मीद है कि और मुलाकात होगी कभी। Some of us have shown my lines about Urdu group here. 4 साल मैं पढ़ाती थी, बहुत साल पहले उर्दू ज़बान पढ़ाती थी इस यूनिवर्सिटी में। तो फिर आजकल उर्दू ग्रुप नहीं है। मुस्तक़बिल में उम्मीद है कि कभी उर्दू ग्रुप हम दोबारा खोलेंगे, उर्दू पढ़ाएंगे, क्योंकि उर्दू ज़बान से बड़ा शौक है हमारे कज़ाख़स्तान में। क्योंकि मूवीज़ की वजह से, क्योंकि बॉलीवुड तो उर्दू में बोलता है ना। ठीक है, यही बताना चाहती थी आपसे अभी मेरे क्लासेस है और ये बताना है कि हमारे यूनिवर्सिटी में एक क्लासरूम है जो एम्बेसी ने खोला है यहाँ आपको शायद दिखाएंगे इसके बाद आपने देखा बहुत अच्छा अच्छी बात है हाँ सब कुछ है इसमें सब कुछ है सिर्फ स्टूडेंट्स नहीं है और कोर्सेज भी थे एम्बेसी की मदद से शायद कभी दोबारा खोलेंगे उम्मीद है ये बताना था और माफी मांगती हूँ मेरी क्लासेस है अभी ठीक है
लेकिन आपकी उर्दू को हम बहुत सराहते हैं
अच्छा
इतनी खूबसूरत और इतनी नफीस उर्दू आप बोल रही हैं
शुक्रिया आपका
हमें सुनकर बहुत खुशी हुई
शुक्रिया आपका
राउंड ऑफ applause for you
Надеюсь, информация официального характера. Спасибо.
Представилась, рассказала о себе, немного сказала, что у
Да,
нас
да.
раньше изучали урду, и что есть надежда, что, может быть, когда-нибудь в будущем снова будем изучать урду, поскольку есть все для этого необходимое, и даже класс.
Professor Aigul is not only a professor of Urdu language. She is, of course, a professor of Hindi language. And as we don't have neither Urdu nor Hindi classes, presently he is a professor of the Faculty of International Relations at Department of Regional Studies, where she is known as one of the best professors who teach in English. We do have a professor from India, from Russia who teach in English, but students are so fond of her. So she teaches international relations, political studies, then the culture of the regions of the specialization, which is mostly Central Asia. Unfortunately, this year we don't have a Central plus South Asia, but hopefully we will revive it. And I guess there should be some questions from the students, because everything we are doing, it is for them. Because we, academicians, more or less, we do have our information, our proficiency in regions of the world. But for the students who are studying and for whom this meeting is so precious, because maybe hundreds of lectures of our professors is not worth one interaction we're having now. Please, the floor for our students.
Сұрақтарыңыз бар ма?
Please don't be scared. There can never be a question that is stupid. The answers may be. So don't think much. Whatever comes to your mind, just ask.
Бұл кісілердің уақыттары өте тығыз, сондықтан балалар бір-екі сұрақ болса, өздеріңіздің аты жөнін айтып кетіңіздер. Ағылшынша қойсаңыз, ағылшынша орысша аударып береді.
If you want, you can ask in your own language. I can get the
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa
Alaikum
barakatuh.
salam.
My name is Tamiris. I'm a student of master degree, but my specialty is Arabic language, but I want to speak in English. Okay. First of all, I want to thank our delegation from Pakistan, and I want to remark that this lecture is most interesting among the all lectures which held in this auditory. It's honestly, thanks.
Thank you very much for your compliment.
I have got really, in fact, two questions, and the first question is dedicated to Harur Ikram. As we heard that your research is devoted to Central Asia region, and I want to know exactly on which research based your research about Central Asia region, and with which exactly research institution you collaborate in your research in Central Asia region. And the second question is dedicated for anyone who want to answer, and it's about new cooperation between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia, because as we know nowadays we have got a big changes on global area, such as in Central Asia region and in Middle East. And my question is, what exactly Pakistan expect in your cooperation, in your military cooperation with Saudi Arabia? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for very in-depth question. Basically, my core area of work is to find social and historical perspective between the South Asia and Central Asia. If you go to the history books, it's very simple. You can say that Timur was a bridge between Central Asia and South Asia, so we can accept it. But things are little otherwise. So I am finding where was the first contact at the level of philosophers and poets between the two part of one continent, South Asia and Central Asia. But even if you want to know in a simple word, my research is ethno, socio, and of course, historical perspectives. And if you talk about the Central Asia as an independent country, because the first time I came over here in Central Asia in 1993. But I didn't come as a journalist, though I was a journalist that time. But I left my journalism back to Lahore, and I came just as a tourist, as a student, and as a person who is in search of his footprints. Because I had been informed by my forefathers that our blood belongs to Bukhara. And my landing was actually in Dushanbe. There was a first flight from Peshawar to Dushanbe. From Dushanbe, then I started my journey. It was a journey of knowledge. It was a journey to find my soul, my dusha. It was a journey to find my identity. And that my search of my identity became a part of my research. Academically, you can say this is research. For me, it is a finding something I left. My forefather left somewhere in Central Asia. And now, if I will come to the Kazakhstan, for Kazakhstan, my research is very specific, very, very specific. That is interfaith and inter-ethnicity harmony in your country. Because unfortunately, let me be honest, in South Asia, over 80% of our conflicts are based on just there is intolerance regarding interfaith and regarding inter-ethnicity. But you are the best possible model, and that credit goes to your father of nation, your president. Then I wanted to know how it happened. Why a country of more than 500 ethnic group, more than 40 living concept of religion are working so closely. And if you remember, at least the people who are in their 40s and 50s, they can remember just after independence, a lot of Russians and a lot of Germans went back to somewhere because they thought, they're independent, and consider maybe we won't feel comfortable. But this model compelled them to come back and come back with a new vigor. And they invested their complete energy to make this country. This is what you see today. So this model is very, very important for me. Then I understood almost at every level, at the level of your assembly, at the level of your lower assembly, there is a representation of almost every possible ethnic group and every religious group. And that basically representation makes a system where they feel that they are a part of entire Hukumiyat. So this is basically crust what I understand about your interfaith and inter-ethnic harmony. But still, I am very much interested. Still, my research, of course, now I will find Bhuta and Dr. Samar. I had been in contact already. I need to represent this model to the world. Look, see Kazakhstan, and look how this country got over 8% GDP within 27 years, just because and there is no conflict at all. at the border level, at the social level, at the psychological level, at the interaction level. So this is what? This is something different, something totally different in this world where you find conflict everywhere, from a mohalla to the international fora. So I want to pitch your model as a model for all countries which have or could and can involve in any conflict. Thank you so much.
If you allow me, there was a second question, which was related to Pakistan-Saudi Arabia relations, especially in the context of, I think, military relations or defense. So first of all, let me say that Pakistan and Saudi Arabia, they enjoy the strategic relationship between both the countries, which span from politico-diplomatic domain to economy and military, that is defense. We support the respect of sovereignty of all the countries, including Saudi Arabia, because it's a close friend of Pakistan. And in the field of defense, we have a lot of cooperation, which is spanning from providing training to Saudi armed forces, including their land forces, army, Saudi Navy, and Saudi Air Force. We are also helping our Saudi brothers in counter-terrorism domain, because Pakistan has probably one of the vast experience in the world fighting this war against terrorism since last about 18 years. So counter-terrorism is one of the main areas in which we are supporting our Saudi brothers, and we have a lot of collaboration in that domain as well. Next thing I would like to say that we want resolution of all the conflicts, which include the conflict in Middle East through dialogue, not the military means. You being the students of international relations know that we have already seen a lot of blood being shed all over the world, especially ranging from North Africa till Middle East. We have seen a lot of wars. So Pakistan supports conflict resolution through the platform of dialogue, not the military means. I, being the defense attaché, I'm a military man. I'm wearing this uniform for 31 years now. But with growing age and experience, I think we, the humans who are evolving continuously, we need to learn how to live in peace and harmony rather than fighting each other. We have limited resources available on this planet. Our human population is growing by every day. So instead of investing more in producing more guns and weapons, which is my passion, I would desire against this, that we need to invest more in humans, maybe in education and health, maybe for the prosperity and well-being. And the approach has to be all-inclusive rather than exclusive. It's not possible that Pakistan or Kazakhstan can progress and our neighbors, they remain poor. Because if there is an imbalance, if there are haves and there are have-nots, then there would be a conflict. So probably we, the close neighbors, being the member of international community, have to work together for our collective progress. And that is what Pakistan's policy is, especially referring to the Middle East, our friends in Saudi Arabia, and the conflicts which have engulfed this region. So our defense relations are very strong. We have strategic relationship. That is the specific. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I think that only the media gives the impression of something. And I assure that your trip to our country, you have the best possible experience. And we sure that thanks to the embassy Pakistan in Kazakhstan and the embassy of Kazakhstan in Pakistan, our cooperation will only improve. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for taking the time to visit our university. And allow me to give you gifts to our guests. Thank you.
I will just take this opportunity to thank all of you for sparing some time and seeing our videos and interacting with us. Although only 2 questions are too less to understand or clarify anything that you may have in your minds, and you may have so many questions. But I think this is just the beginning. This is the first drop of rain and the rain is good. It brings with it a lot of good things, and we hope that it continues, as there is opportunity in every challenge. The most important resource, which I forgot to mention earlier, is the human resource, and we are blessed, which is being viewed as a challenge because we haven't been able to channelize them as optimally as they should. But we are working on it, and the future is bright. So you have a lot of land, and we have a lot of people, and we have common interests. So the future is bright. So with this, I thank you all once again. It was a pleasure to be here. Yeah, I've seen it.
Thank you very much. Very good.